where do we begin? Just Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, I'm Vanessa Ledesma Coffin. I'm a voice teacher, vocal coach, a choir director, and music educator here in Los Angeles, California. On this channel, I like to talk about music pedagogy and the different schools of vocal technique. But today we are reacting to Erik Grönwall singing Breaking the Silence, an HEAT cover. Wait, with Dan Vasc. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. We're listening to Dan Vasc with Erik Grönwall singing Break the Silence. They're covering the HEAT band. Okay, so we have a double whammy today. Great. I don't know that I'm super prepared for this. I didn't bring my tissues. Okay, well, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. You're just along for this ride with me. If you enjoy being on this ride with me, please take a moment to like and subscribe this video, subscribe to the channel. We love having you here. All right, without any further ado, let's just get into this thing. What are you guys doing to me? Okay, here we go. I mean, where do we begin? Where do we begin with this? You have two powerhouse vocalists just going to town on this song. Just attacking the song with everything they have. And it's, oh my gosh, it's nonstop. It's just, wow, that is, dang. Okay, so how fun. I don't even know where to start. I mean, can we give a moment to when Erik comes in and then Dan goes, Let's see if we can find that. No. Maybe before that. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. Now listen, Dan! 135. Now listen, Dan! That was such a funny moment. I think we just needed to appreciate that because that was really funny. Okay, so what else? I mean, what do we talk about with technique with this? So, I mean, we've visited these singers before, so we know what they are capable of. We knew that they were capable of this. Thank goodness this is not Gethsemane round 2. Flashback. I really appreciate that. But this was just, it was great. It was, I think it was really, really interesting. Let's see how they did these harmonies. So let's go back and let's see. So we go into the chorus. Gosh, Erik Grönwall's placement, you can kind of see with this profile view that he has. Sorry, we'll get back to harmonies. It's just right now we're in his verse. So you can see with this placement that he has from this profile view that he's really, really, really forward. And that's how you would make like a mixy kind of sound. It's that really forward sound right in here. You can kind of tell from that profile view, you can kind of see, if you could put a picture here, I'm looking at 140, where it's, you kind of see where all of his energy is going, and it's right here. So this space has been used forever as the mix, you know, and that's where he's placing it. He's not placing it here. That would be a different, really ugly tone, but where you can kind of see with that picture where all the energy is going right there. Singing is such a weird instrument, right? Because it's the only instrument inside of our bodies. And so how you push the different buttons like you would on maybe a trumpet or something, it's where you're placing the sound in your resonators. And so right now you can kind of see all the energy is going there. You have a view of it from this angle, which you always get to see, but I think this is just a really clear picture of where he's sending all of his sound and his energy. I think that's really, really clear. All right, let's keep going. Oh, good. Okay, so now we are at 153. If you could put a screenshot of 153 here. Look at that face. I really like this angle because you can see everything that he's doing, right? So, yeah, the energy is still there. Everything's kind of there, but to get the space that he needs, his mouth is huge, very tall, very open. And I just love seeing this. I'll point it out every single time I can. When the tip of the tongue is touching those bottom teeth, you know it's relaxed in the back. So what he's doing, I don't know if you can kind of imagine inside of his mouth, but his soft palate is super, super high. So if you want to feel that, just yawn. And then you can kind of find that space. Oh no, now I'm really yawning. And then, so that is super, super high. Tongue is low. And that tip of the tongue is touching his bottom teeth. And I think, and that space for that huge belt, but all the energy is still coming out this way, right? So I think that's how he's able to get that high, but strong, full sound. And of course, breath support. Everything is, breath support is there, right? It's not a shallow breath. It is from the bottom of his gut coming out. Okay, let's keep going. The This is some nice rock and roll. Okay, oh no, I missed it. So, you can almost see it. Man, it just goes by so fast. Okay, there we go. Oh no, I lost it. 217, I want to say. Yes, 217. Another picture of that huge, you could see. So for this tone that these two incredible singers are creating, you can see all the energy is here. I don't know if you can kind of imagine on his face, all of his energy is coming out right here. And then everything's so open, tall and open. I mean, it is kind of wide, but I think let's focus on the tallness of it. It's not wide, like I'm singing like this, or not putting pressure here. It's just as open as he can get it to get that sound out. And then that tongue, super low. And you can just imagine that with a face like this, with all the energy here, that tongue low like this, his soft palate's to the ceiling. It's really, really high up. All right, let's keep going. That was such a good belt. Okay, now before we get too into the instrumental, which is really fun. I've never heard of this creator, Victor the Guitar Nerd. I mean, he does have a lot of guitars, so I can imagine he's quite the guitar nerd. All right, now, before we get into the ending, let's go back and find Dan's verse. That's such a sick harmony. That over the top high note. I mean, just a beautiful tone. I mean, it's rock, right? It's that what is that long hair rock? I forget the name of this kind of rock and roll music. What do they call it when like they all the bands had really long hair? 80s rock? I don't know. But it's rock, right? But his tone is open, it's clear, it's like a free tone. I think in any genre that we hear, whether it's this, what is that kind of rock and roll called? I don't remember. Just the long hair rock. Maybe, John, if you could remember it, maybe put it here, what it's called. But it's, no matter what genre you're singing, I feel like it's always the same principles that are going to win out, that are going to make you sound incredible. Like, I mean, how many videos have we done now where these singers that have a relaxed tongue, that have relaxed jaws, great breath support, great control over their breath, and then and space, and using, different parts of the resonators, whether it's here, up here, or like chest, whatever it is, all those principles, it's like across the board. If you have those things, then just kind of tweaking it to fit the genre, it works, right? Because we had I think Phantom, and we had Gethsemane musical theater, right? And they can sing this, and we've heard them sing other things, and it's just, with those techniques, just a little bit of tweak for style, it's like you can sing anything and make it sound incredible and be a powerful singer and just be, and do this however many times you have to do it without causing nodules or nodes, which are calluses on your cords. And maybe that's something we can discuss. So something like this, right? If you hear something like this, that's a lot of power. And so someone who's singing this with bad technique and they're like scream singing, usually when you hear it, it kind of makes you feel just a little uncomfortable. You just feel a little, it just makes you kind of like this. And maybe you don't know why, but it's because you can hear the damage that's happening on their chords. And so when you hear a belt like that and there's like squelting in a not healthy way, scream belting in a not healthy way, then the chords are kind of smacking each other. And usually it tends to be on the same note. If they're singing the same song over and over again, then it tends to be on the same note. So then it's clapping right on the same note. And that's causing, you know, your chord's not supposed to do that. So then eventually you get a callus on them. And then when you get a callus, well, that is what we call vocal nodules, or, you know, in slang terms, nodes. So these nodes come across, and then they can heal themselves if you go on vocal rest, or you can get surgery for it and then have to, you know, deal with that. But anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, with bad technique, you can get a sound similar to this. You can get a scream belt that is powerful, that's strong, but you're not going to be able to do that for years. You might not even be able to do that for months without causing some damage. And you'll hear the damage because it'll be the same note. If you, like, there's a hoarseness maybe, but if you can't make a sound on the same note, and you can do the note before, you can do the note after, but you can't get that singular note, that is worth looking into whether you have nodes or nodules. And that is you could easily get it if you're trying to sing a song like this and you don't have good technique. If you don't have the breath support underneath it, if you don't have the space for it, the relaxation down here for it, this would be an easy song to mess up your voice on if you're not doing it correctly. These guys, though, they're pros, right? How many songs have they sung like this before, after? How many times have they sung it? And it's not. You can tell. I'm looking at a screenshot of Erik Grönwall again, and like, while there's a lot of power happening, you can see there's not a lot happening here. It's like this tunnel of power, of air, of sound that's going straight from the lower lungs, or if you want to think from your diaphragm, really low. Maybe even think lower than that. Think pelvic floor. You're thinking really, really low to engage all the things that you need to engage to get this power. And then it's just going all the way up, and the energy is focused here, but obviously you don't, like, no sound comes out of here. But if you focus it there, then the sound that comes out is going to have that bright tone, but it's going to have all the power without damaging this and giving us that sound that it's like, when you hear it, you just go, stop. You know, at least that's what I feel when I hear someone go like that. I just go, oh, please stop doing that. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the ending, and then, yeah. See, these at 351, these squelts, scream belts, these like sounds, very easy to mess up your chords. But they're not messing up their chords because you can tell everything's in the right place. Their focus is so intense to make sure that everything is just how it should be, so that they don't mess up their chords. Okay. Then we get into the breakdown. Woo! That was a good guitar solo. I don't know if that was original or if that was Victor's version. All right. Oh, we're at the end. Okay, this was great. This was so fun. I mean, gosh, those two powerhouses in one song. What the heck? That's just not even fair to the rest of the world. That was really great. Okay. Well, thank you so much for requesting this video, putting it in the recommendations in the comments. We've added to the list. Obviously, we add every song that you tell us that you tell me to request, we add it to the list. So the list is very long, but slowly but surely we are getting through it. So if you would like to have a little bit more control over which songs I react to next, I invite you to join our Patreon. If you have a song that you want to share and you would like to get a reaction to, there's a space for that in the Patreon as well. So it's supposed to be a safe sharing community where we can share our voice and get feedback or get love and support for embarking on this vocal journey. If you would like to be a part of it, I invite you to join us over there. In the meantime, please keep learning, keep growing, and keep sharing your voice. We really want to hear it. I'll see you guys in the next one.